Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to my peeps, wherever you are in the world. This is Old Man Yummy M. Signing on. Yo, this gonna be part two of the Fleece Johnson interview. We are about to go ahead and check out. So let's go ahead and check out Fleece Johnson interview part two of my part two. So here we go.
So Fleece, everybody wants to know about the. How did you end up on Lock Up Raw on MSNBC?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you that. First of all, I was in prison. I was causing mayhem, and then I eventually lay down. So they had what you call a skirt straight program. Bring juveniles in there, scare them, tell them shit that'll deter them from getting in trouble.
Right.
You come to prison, you gonna be my boy, all that shit, right? Well, I was the one that can break them all down, make them cry and all this shit, right? So I forgot about all the damage I did in prison before I laid down. The $200 million lawsuit that came against the state and all that stuff, the hatred there, right, towards me. So MSNBC come in and the warden asked me to do a documentary for all the juveniles in America, worldwide. And
That's something. He's the most dangerous guy. Then he felt as though he had a $200 million lawsuit against the state that they wasn't going to mess with him. So now is that you got the warden asking him to do, scare straight recording. Just, that's crazy, is that he is that dangerous. Oh man, let's finish this.
that time, like I said, I didn't think I was gonna ever get out of prison. I mean, I'm going on 40, I'm 30-something years in. So I said, fuck it. Maybe I could do a little good to help somebody, right? So I told him, I said,
Wait, hold on. You telling me this brother ain't been out at all since he got locked up when he was 15? I mean, man, no remorse back then in Kentucky.
when I do his documentary, I ain't gonna tell him the shit that their parents told them. Stay out of trouble, you end up in prison. They done heard all this shit. This shit
Right.
don't register.
Right.
What I'm gonna tell them is gonna shock their conscience. Gonna make them think twice before they do shit. Gonna make them think twice before they take time for somebody else.
Even let it really
So
be
that's why I
known.
did it. The documentary, I went on and did a documentary. I had no idea when I did this documentary that I would ever get out of prison, that all these other sites was gonna come aboard and take what I did and put it in a negative light, trying to make me look like I was just a predator. And like I said, yeah, I like ass. To me, ass is ass.
Oh,
It don't make no difference to me where it come from.
No.
You get 30 years in prison, you don't care about where your booty come from. You tired of jacking off, you tired of looking at smoke magazines. You ready to fuck something. And I was ready.
What about? Did you ever watch your character on Boondocks?
I very seldom watched that. I watched a little of it,
Wow.
but it aggravated me because it's
Really?
not my character. It's portraying me as somebody I'm not, right? I don't have to run up on no motherfucker asking for no booty. It's a known fact. Where I was locked up, I got pussy while I was locked up. Yeah.
Okay.
That'll be another story I'll tell you about. But right now, back to this. No.
But still
You
though.
never seen it. You never
Still,
watched the episode.
even though you got
that fucker that put that shit out.
Mhm.
I forgot his name, but I can't stand him right to this day, right? And he took me and put me in a negative light to try to generate a lot of money and talk. But what he did is it hurted me.
he did not like him being portrayed in the Boondocks cartoon. I mean, I mean, I mean, it's not that he's portraying him that way. It's that he was taking his words from that show and put it in the Boondocks, but he added a little extra more with Chris Hansen and all of that. Oh man, but he said it hurted him though, so let's finish it.
Because I go up for parole, I cuss him out. Because I didn't think I was going to ever get out, so I told him, suck my dick, fuck you, fuck Frankfurt, fuck all you motherfuckers. Kicked the chair over, walked out of the parole room. And they told me that same day, you got parole.
The same day you kicked over the table.
Yeah,
wow.
cussed him out. They said I had parole.
Wow.
Because they had something set up for me out here. They done took my documentary and done edited it and done put it in a negative light, right? So they want me to feel this when I get out. I done caused them so much trouble in prison, so they want to show me that they're going to give it back to me when they put me on the streets, right?
Wow.
So every time I get a job, this shit'll come up. The booty man. Motherfuckers taking their ass and all this shit. And motherfuckers would fire me right on the spot. When they do background checks, I'm at the door. I got over 30, 40 jobs done like that. But, you know, it didn't. You know, I'm the type of nigga, I don't give up and fuck them.
Yeah.
You know, you put me to the test, I go out there and get my money.
I understand, you know, where you coming from, you know, when it comes to, because it's real, man. It's real. If you got some certain type of record or anything like that, it's gonna be hard for you to get a job, man. Even when you want to go ahead and fly straight, you know. So that's why I'm trying to let y'all young folks know, man. Look, if you want to go ahead and knowing that you want to have a family, you want to have you a job, good paying job, you want, you know, the fruits and the, you know what I'm saying, the fruits of the labor that's in America. Don't have no criminal record. Don't have no criminal record because it will hinder you from having a good paying job. It really would. You know, you sometime in your life you're gonna want to fly straight. For real. So I'm telling you, having a clean record means you can do anything that you want. You are not limited to certain jobs. You have a wide opportunity to spread your wings and fly straight up. Don't get into no trouble. It is not worth it. You do not want to have that on your record. When they do background checks, they see that. You will not get hired. Even if it's 7 years past. Some jobs will not hire you. Period. Because they feel as though what you done did in your past will sometimes, you will do it sometime in the future. That's how they think. So, stay out of trouble. I'm telling you.
You know, any way I can, you know. And I was trying to demonstrate when I got out of prison that I turned over a new leaf, you know. I'm done with all that crime shit, you know. But I can go back into it.
See, he wanted to go ahead and
You can go back into what?
Crime. If I had to, I'm not gonna sit out here and I got a wife now. And yeah, that's another thing. My wife know all about this shit. I told her about it before we got married, right? And she talked to the wardens at the prison. They told us straight up, all this shit is just hyped up shit, coming from different sites, trying to make money, trying to make me look like something I'm not, you know. I fucked some ass in her. I ain't gonna lie about it.
Stop saying that,
But I
man.
didn't taste it.
What about, I'm going to back up a little bit. What about the type of struggles you had? You told me a story about them taking you down to the basement where Death Row was.
Man, let me tell you this. I'm glad you brought this up. Eddyville, they segregation system. That's what we call the whole segregation. That's where you go when you get a disciplinary report inside the prison where you done misbehave and the guards come to you. Like out here on the street, they put you in jail. In there, they put you in the whole segregation when you do a wrong or something violating the rules.
Right.
They put me in segregation. I don't even know if I want to talk about this shit for real. It kind of pissed me off.
What happened?
I'll talk about
yeah,
it.
what happened?
I was the only inmate in there that stood up against them. I'm not going to sit down and tolerate a lot of disrespect. Feeding me any way you want to feed me and treating us the way you want to treat us. When we go take showers, all the towels and stuff is dirty and they stink.
Wow.
All this shit. So they locked me up one day, put me in the hole, and they put me in a cell that was leaking water. I mean, the floor was just covered with water.
Whoa.
So I called the guard. I said, can you put me in a better cell? I said, there was some cells empty on my way to this cell. He said, no. I said, can I speak to a lieutenant? He said, lieutenant's busy. So I started hollering, lieutenant, screaming it. Some motherfuckers gonna come up here and get me out of this cell, right?
Dang.
Lieutenant come up here.
Right.
So he claimed that I was disturbing the walk. Told me, turn around, be handcuffed. So they took me off 11 and 12 walk all the way down to 15 walk. That's one of the lectures there.
Whoa.
Down there, you got rats come up through the hole in the toilet. That's how nasty it is down there. You be sitting in your cell, and a rat will come up through the toilet.
Whoa.
Yeah, a rat.
Oh, no.
And the toilet is set in a square brick block. They got a brick wall around the toilet, square brick wall. So when you sit on it, your feet will be flat out like that. You know, so
Whoa.
I'm not gonna sit on this motherfucker cause
Hell
the
no.
toilet is all green and shit on the inside and it's still like that.
They
right
did
now.
that on purpose.
So
Yeah, that is like,
I get over in a squat and shit.
that is like Torture. You know what I'm saying? They did that, all of that with the bricks around. They did all of that on purpose. Just to go ahead and Torture that individual. Everything's set up for a reason. Wow, that is insane.
You know, but when they put me in that cell, he said I disturbed the wall. So the policy back in was 4-point restraint. I mean, strip you down naked, change your arms and your legs to a steel bed. Naked.
What?
And it's supposed to be for 3 hours.
That's
Right
crazy.
down there in the wintertime, it's about 100 degrees. It's the summertime, so you can imagine how hot it was. So I'm laying down there.
That's inhumane.
I went
man.
on there and put me in 4-point restraint, butt naked on the bed. I started sweating real bad. So I said, fuck it. I'm made, aggravated, so I go to sleep. something woke me up.
Oh man, that must hurt. That still bring back flashbacks.
And it was about 500 flies buzzing in the crack of my ass, bro.
Whoa!
Flies. Felt like I had a vibrator in my goddamn ass, right?
Oh my God, dude.
If you move, they go deeper.
Man, what the heck? That's in. Oh, I can't. Oh, I don't even want to imagine that. Oh no, that's inhumane, dog. The way they doing people like that back then, man, that's insane. Wow, dude, are you kidding me? Man. You never know. It can still be done to this day. That's sad, man.
I say, fuck his shit. I'm gonna get him back. You know, cause where I come from, you always get your lick back. You know.
What you
we
do?
Don't let situation get out of the way unless we get our lick back.
Yeah, what you do?
So, when I came up out of the hole, after dealing with them flies, I'm feeling like something died in me, bro.
Man.
So, I come back up on the wall. They took me out and put me back in a regular cell. I said, I'm going to get any one of these motherfuckers back. So, I'm the one that invented the shit wall in Kentucky State Penitentiary. It was due to that disrespect that they brought to me.
That don't even sound good.
I was taking 3-gallon buckets, filling it up with shit.
Whoa!
2 cans of Magic Shade and some glass.
Oh!
So when I throw it on them, and they try to rub it off of them, they just be smearing it on them, and the glass gonna cut into them, and the Magic Shade gonna take their hair out, make them think they caught a disease or something. Like, it's a psychological thing. I'm gonna fight you back.
Wow.
So I started that, and that shit took off and went into 6 years of it. All the inmates joined in.
Whoa.
And we got to the point where the guards couldn't even come on the wall. They used to call me and ask me, Fleece, can I come on the wall and feed everybody? I said, yeah, if you give everybody 2 trays. Sometimes I say 3 trays. If not, don't even come on this wall. We're going to shit you down, right?
Dang.
And so they kept complaining to
this boy was holding the cell block under hostage, boy. Wow.
the lawmakers in Frankfurt, and the lawmakers were telling them, you work there at your own consent, right? You know, that's part of the job, right? And they wouldn't do nothing for them. So this why I went on for 6 years. And then they finally caved in and made it a felony. That if you throw shit or spit on the guard, it's a felony. You go into court.
Wow.
I'm done. Everybody else, some of them was done, some of them said fuck it, kept going, right? It was our only way to let them know you got all the billy clubs, taser guns, electric shields. We got shit. Fight that. We got something to fight you back with, right? So after all that shit went down, that's when I, about a couple of years later, well, months, not years, months, I threw that boiling bleach.
Boiling?
What?
Yeah, this motherfucker, he made a warden, and he's nasty.
Warden?
And
the
all
warden?
the inmates was afraid of him, and he made warden just being a nasty, rotten ass motherfucker. And when he came by my cell, I threw that 5-gallon bucket of bleach in his face. I thought I done boiled it for 4 or 5 hours.
Whoa!
Get the fuck out of here, man. You ain't my water. And he went into a hospital. He stayed in there 18 months getting skin grafts and shit.
What?
And at the same time, I'm still fighting him on all other levels. I'm gonna let my man take over because shit get me frustrated for real. I'm letting him tell me, direct me right here because I'm getting frustrated, and just to talk about this shit is to relive it. And to relive it is to all your bitterness and frustration come right back
mess
out.
with you.
And my whole day be fucked up.
Man. Whoa, dude. That's insane. Like I said, that's inhumane that they set that bottom cell up like that with the toilet and all of that. That dude said he was strapped to the bed, chained up to the bed where flies, it's 100 degrees inside the cell. And he got flies all going all up it. Man, you don't never know. They was dropping eggs or anything. Man, he fought him back with doo-doo. He fought back with doo-doo. Everybody, they was all holding that cell block hostage, fighting back with doo-doo. Give us 2 trays, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Then he put the bleach, boiled hot bleach, and poured it on the warden. Man, and he stayed in the hospital for a year and a half, getting skin grafts. Wow, dude. Man, treacherous, boy, treacherous. When that starts spinning, boy, you think of stuff, and man, they thought of how to get revenge, and that's how they got it. That's insane, man. That is part 2 of the Fleece Johnson. We gotta hear more. So, thank you guys for coming through and watching it with me. Yo, check it out. If you are here and you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Like this shit. Comment if you want to. Gotta lose. So I'm gonna go ahead and sign off here. This is Old Man Yummy Ale. Signing off. You guys take it easy out there. Y'all be safe. Holla at your boy. Peace.